Once upon a time, in a quiet little village, there lived a poor farmer named Henry. He had a small piece of land where he grew vegetables and a tiny hut where he lived with his wife and 3 children. Life was hard, but Henry was a kind and honest man. Every morning, he worked in his fields, and every evening, he returned home with whatever little he could harvest. One day, while working in his fields, Henry saw something shining in the bushes. Curious, he walked closer and was amazed to find a golden goose. Its feathers glowed like the sun, and its eyes sparkled like the stars. Henry had never seen anything so beautiful in his life. He carefully picked up the golden goose and carried it home. That night, Henry and his family could not take their eyes off the golden goose. The next morning, to their surprise, the golden goose laid a golden egg. Henry was overjoyed. He took the golden egg to the market and sold it for a good price. With the money, he bought enough food and clothes for his family. Every day, the golden goose laid a golden egg, and Henry's life changed. He was no longer poor. He built a bigger house, bought more land, and even helped the villagers who were in need. People in the village admired Henry for his kindness and generosity. However, not everyone was happy. Henry's greedy neighbor, Thomas, saw Henry's success and became jealous. He wanted to be rich too, but he did not want to work hard for it. He spent many days watching Henry, trying to discover his secret. One night, Thomas secretly followed Henry to his house and peeked through the window. He saw the golden goose laying a golden egg. Thomas could not believe his eyes. He thought, if I have that golden goose, I will be the richest man in the village. I will never have to work again. That night, Thomas made a wicked plan. While Henry and his family were asleep, he sneaked into their house and stole the golden goose. He ran back to his house, laughing to himself. Now I will be rich, he thought. The next morning, Thomas eagerly waited for the golden goose to lay an egg. But nothing happened. He shook the goose and shouted at it, but still, it did nothing. Angrily, he grabbed a knife. If the goose will not give me golden eggs, I will cut it open and take all the gold inside. Thomas killed the golden goose and cut it open, but to his horror, there was nothing inside. No gold, no treasure, just an ordinary goose. He fell to his knees, realizing his terrible mistake. He had lost everything because of his greed. When Henry found out about the stolen goose, he was heartbroken. But he did not let sadness fill his heart. He continued working hard in his fields, and the villagers, grateful for his kindness, helped him rebuild his life. Though he no longer had the golden goose, Henry remained happy because he had his family, his friends, and his honesty. As for Thomas, he became the poorest man in the village. No one trusted him anymore, and he had to work twice as hard to earn a living. He learned a bitter lesson: greed leads to loss, while kindness and honesty bring true happiness. Time passed, and Henry continued to live a humble life. Though he had seen wealth, he understood that true happiness did not come from riches but from love, kindness, and hard work. His children grew up learning from his example, always remembering the golden goose and the lesson it had taught them. Meanwhile, Thomas struggled in poverty. His greed had cost him everything, and he spent his days regretting his actions. He would often sit by his small, broken hut and think about how different his life could have been if he had been patient and content. The villagers also learned from this story. They spoke about the golden goose to their children and grandchildren, reminding them that greed and dishonesty only lead to suffering. It became a legend in the village, passed down from generation to generation. And so, Henry lived a peaceful life with his family, always grateful for what he had. He may have lost the golden goose, but he gained something far more valuable: a heart full of love and a life filled with happiness. And that, he knew, was the greatest treasure of all.